Hey Summit League fans, I'm Kelly Stewart, and it's time for this week's Summit League Spotlight. Per usual, we'll start on the hardwood with our men's and women's hoops players of the week. And for the men, we are headed back up to Grand Forks, North Dakota. After two standout performances at the Betty this past week, UND senior guard Marlon Stewart became the first player this season to earn the Summit League Men's Basketball Player of the Week award 3 times. In North Dakota's wins over Denver on Thursday and Western Illinois on Saturday, the Rock Island, Illinois native averaged 21 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 6.5 assists per contest for his squad. Adding on to that, the Denver win saw Stewart go a perfect 10 of 10 from the foul stripe and also equal his career high in steals with 4. Then against Western, Stewart notched a career-high 10 rebounds en route to his second double-double of the season as he paired those boards with 23 points. This standout senior entered this week as just one of 3 NCAA Division I players averaging better than 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists per game this season. Pretty impressive. On the women's side, Denver senior forward Madison Nelson claimed the latest Summit League Women's Basketball Player of the Week award. Nelson posted back-to-back double-doubles and her 3rd straight double-double to help the Pioneers split on the road over the weekend. In Denver's 91-81 win over North Dakota, Nelson notched 20 points and 9 rebounds in the second half alone. En route to her 2nd straight double-double, she finished with game highs of 25 points and 14 rebounds on 8 of 14 shooting and going 9 for 11 from the free throw line. The Dover, Minnesota native finished the week leading the Pios in their 85-80 overtime loss at North Dakota State. She tallied a game-high 26 points and 10 rebounds for her 3rd straight double-double and 13th of the season. She also added 4 steals to help Denver set a new single-game team record with 17 steals. And now that we are already halfway through the Summit League hoops season, let's take a quick look at the standings as teams embark on the final lap of league play. Starting with the men, South Dakota State leads the way with a 6-2 conference record, followed up by NDSU and Omaha, both at 5-2, and USD right on their heels at 5-3. After that, Oral Roberts is at 4-3, followed up by North Dakota, Purdue, Fort Wayne, Western Illinois, and Denver. On the women's side, number 21, South Dakota leads the way at a perfect 8-0. I'll get to those national rankings in a second. Followed up by South Dakota State at 7-1, then Western Illinois at 5-3, and North Dakota in 4th at an even 4-4. After that, it's ORU, Denver, NDSU, Omaha, and Purdue, Fort Wayne in that order. As I just hinted at, let's talk about some national rankings in women's hoops. South Dakota continues their national poll presence, ranking in both AP and USA Today Coaches Poll Top 25 yet again this week. In the Associated Press poll released Monday, the Coyotes have climbed to number 21, the highest they've ever been ranked in that writers' poll. This marks USD's 4th straight week in the Associated Press Top 25 and 5th week of the season. South Dakota is just one of 3 mid-majors in the AP Top 25, joining number 12 Gonzaga and number 24 Missouri State. And in the USA Today Coaches Poll released yesterday, South Dakota State even at that number 18 ranking, the same as last week's spot, which is their highest ever ranking in a national poll. So not a ton of movement in that poll this week, but regardless, congrats to USD. That's all for this week's Summit League Spotlight. Make sure to follow the Summit League and Midco SN on social media, and we'll see you right back here next week.